The disciples came to him and said, "Send the crowds away to go into the villages." But Jesus said, "They need not go away." Whereas we have this morning from the Gospel of Matthew chapter 14, 13 to 24. When Jesus heard the death of John the Baptist, he withdrew to a lonely place to be by himself. He wanted privacy. He wanted silence and solitude. He wanted to be alone, perhaps to pray, to grieve, and to process the brutal killing of his cousin and forerunner, John the Baptist. For most bereaved persons, privacy is usually considered fundamental because for them it helps them to grieve at their own pace. It also helps them to create a safe environment to manage the anxieties and the difficulties that come with the death of a loved one, without feeling being observed by someone else or without external pressure. So just like anyone who is bereaved, Jesus needed that privacy that moment, and that was why he withdrew. But before he could be alone, the people found out where he was, and then they went to him. They invaded his privacy. When the disciples of Jesus saw the crowd, they must have felt, "Oh, not now. The master needs some quiet time. He needs to be alone at this time. You guys can come back maybe tomorrow or next time, but not this time." Perhaps that was one of the reasons that informed them, advising Jesus much later to send the crowds away. Because for the disciples of Jesus, the people came to Jesus at the wrong place and at the wrong time. So sending them away was a very good option. But for Jesus, sending them away was not an option at all. He didn't think of sending them away simply because they came to him at the wrong time or at the wrong place. Because God never sends away anyone that comes to him. However we come, whichever way we come, his heart is always open and ready to accept us, embrace us, and show us his compassion. And that is the entire story of Jesus in the gospel. When the lepers came to him, he didn't drive them away. When the prostitutes and the women caught in adultery came to him, he didn't send them away. When the beggars, the lame, the blind, he didn't turn them away. Even the thief who turned to him from the cross, he still gave him attention. All the people whom the society rejected during the time of Jesus, they found acceptance in Christ. So the first thing we take from this story, the story of the feeding of the 5,000, is that God never sends away anyone who comes to him. And now about ourselves. How do we treat people who come to us at a very inconvenient time? Have you ever had that experience? People come to you, even in their pains and with their pains, but at that time, it's not a very good time for you. Either because you are busy, or because you are committed, or because you are not mentally available because you are dealing with your own demons, or simply because the office is closed, but yet they have their pains before you. Let us create an imaginary story. Imagine a priest who just finished burying his dad. As he returns to the presbytery that very evening, a parishioner knocks on the door in tears because her marriage was falling apart. She needed to speak to someone. She needed to speak to her priest. But that priest at that moment may not have the emotional strength to sit for that long conversation. He may not be in the best frame of mind to give wonderful pieces of advice at that time. But the fact is that that lady had come to the right person with legitimate need. If you were that priest, what would you do? To tell her, no, you can come back tomorrow, next tomorrow, any other time, but now, please, I am not available. And you slam the door. Or to say, oh, no, the office is closed. Call the secretary, write an email with schedule an appointment, please, slam the door. Or would you answer like me? Oh, today is Thursday, it's my day off, I'm not available. But here is a lady who has come with legitimate need. But I'm looking at my convenience. You know, I use this illustration because this is what perhaps I deal with most of the times. People come with their stories. They want to be heard. They want to be attended to. But sometimes I consider my calendar. Oh, secretary, tell them that I am not available because it is Thursday. Tell them office is closed. It's now 2 p.m. Yes, we want people to respect our privacy. That is normal. We want people also to come to us at a mutually convenient time. But the relationship and what Jesus demonstrated in today's gospel teaches us something great. That although someone may come to us at a wrong time, but their poor timing should not blind us to their pains or make us overlook their legitimate cry for help. It also teaches us that although we may not always be available for people at all times, but we must not treat them in the way that they will feel dismissed or insignificant simply because they encountered us at a very inconvenient time. When the crowd came to Jesus, the disciples of Jesus saw timing, calendar. It is not the appropriate time. The master needs to be alone. But when Jesus saw them, he saw their need. And instead of rebuking them for coming at such inconvenient time, he attended them with compassion. So, dear friends, we have our timetable when we are available for people, either family members or friends or people at work. But what about their pains? Do we sometimes, are we ready to sacrifice our convenience just to attend to the pains of others? As I said, when the crowd came, they came to the right person, Jesus. But they came at the wrong time and at the wrong place. So, humanly speaking, the disciples were correct to suggest that they be dismissed, that they be sent away. But Jesus said, no, don't send them away. It may not be convenient for me, but I'm ready to offer my privacy and my convenience because their pains are much. And he attended to them with compassion. Compassion is not really trying to solve someone's every problem. First of all, compassion is about making someone feel valued, feel attended to, feel significant, and not making them feel dismissed. So, dear friends, I know whenever this story of the feeding of the 5,000 is read, the attention is all about, most at times, on the powers of multiplication that is in Jesus, or the powers of the Eucharist. But today I wanted us to look at something that is always that appears insignificant or unimportant. The fact that these people came at the wrong time to Jesus, yet he was able to listen to them and to attend to them.